Morgan, are you coming to see us during your summer vacation this year? You're bad at keeping in touch. If you don't reply soon, I'm going to call you until you pick up.
Don't call me, please, Mom. I'm too tired today.
Fine. So what about your summer break, huh?
I don't think I can come see you. In fact, I might have to postpone my vacation. It's been really hectic at work.
I haven't seen you in so long, though. When will I see you?
I know, Mom, but I'm really busy. It's hard for me to find time, especially when we're far from each other.
You always say that. Ugh. I should have let you go to school in New York. You've become a busy city girl.
I'm sorry. It's just we don't have enough people in my department, so it's difficult to take multiple days off right now. I need more than half a day just for traveling if I were to come see you. That means I need at least 4 days. I can't ask my teammates to take over for that long.
Yeah, right, but you go on trips sometimes.
I want to use my vacation to travel abroad as much as possible. And with friends. You know how important that is for me. Plus, traveling to a foreign country is very educational.
You still have plenty of time to travel, but your parents won't be around forever. You should come and see us while you still can.
You make it sound like I don't ever, but I do. I visited you last spring.
I'm saying you need to come see us more frequently. Or should we come visit you in New York?
No, Mom. You hate flying, remember?
I'll be fine. I will get a plane if that is what I have to do to see my daughter. If you're not coming, we will.
No, really. I will make sure to visit soon.
You don't come to see us. You don't want to visit us. I'm hurt, Morgan. It's like you abandoned me.
Mom, you have company there. You have Denny and Crystal now living in the annex. How could you be abandoned?
Don't be such a smart ass with me. That's not what I mean, and you know it. I mean, I want to see my own daughter.
I know.
My friends always ask me about you. They wonder if you ever come to see us. They might think we're not close or something.
Why would they think that?
Why wouldn't they? Everyone else's children come back frequently, but you're never here. They might think we have issues in the family.
Mom, stop worrying about what others might think. You live in such a small world. And I'm sure they don't think that way.
I have a good reputation in the community, and I'd like to keep it that way. It would help if you show yourself more often so people don't rumor about our family. Aren't there friends from high school who are back here you want to see?
Yeah, there are a couple.
See? You should come and see everyone then. We're all waiting for you.
Fine, I will see if I can squeeze something in. Don't get your hopes up, though. The entire department is super busy around that time of year. Hey, Mom, it looks like I'm able to take some days off after all. My manager has agreed to take over my work. He said it's a treat for all my hard work.
Oh, that's great. I'm so glad to hear that. What's the plan? Are you taking the evening flight after work?
No, I want to get done as much as possible. I am definitely working till late on the day before my break starts.
Oh.
I'll be way too tired to fly right after work anyway. I will take the early flight.
Sure. Your father is thrilled to see you too.
Hey, Mom, can you guys promise not to say things to me while I'm there? I don't want my visit to be uncomfortable.
What things?
You know, like, when are you getting married, or how much longer are you going to be in New York? You should move closer to us, blah, blah, blah. You and Dad always say stuff like that.
I don't remember saying anything of that sort.
You do, a lot. Mom, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I don't visit you often.
It is. Well, we don't have bad intentions. We just want to know how our daughter is doing.
It's more than knowing about how I am doing. You ask all these annoying questions about my life, and it stresses me out. I always regret that I'd ever gone back.
As a parent, these are important things to know. You can't stay single forever, you know. If at all, we say such things because we're worried about you, Morgan. I don't know if the city has urbanized you or what, but you need to settle down.
Your ideals are so outdated. I prefer staying in New York because no one thinks like you.
A man can stay single if he wanted to, but it's quite embarrassing for a woman to be leftovers.
What? Why just women? That is ridiculous, Mom, and not fair.
There are plenty of people who think the way we do. Our kind are not extinct. It's inevitable that your father and I make comments. Do you know how my relatives react when they find out you're still single? It's really about time for you to settle down.
It's my life. I will do as I please. Who cares about what people think or say?
You can't be so selfish. Can't you be considerate of your own family? I know, if you plan to come back eventually, why don't I look for someone?
No way. And I plan to stay in New York.
Don't you get that I'm offering you my help?
Whatever. Anyway, is Crystal around?
Now, she's right here.
Can I chat with her for a second?
Are you just trying to change the topic?
I want to say hi. Can you give her your phone, please?
You'll see her when you get here.
Come on, Mom. Let me talk to her.
This is Crystal. It's been a while, Morgan.
Hi, Crystal. Sorry I haven't kept in touch. I'm coming back for my summer vacation, so I hope I see you around.
Thanks for letting me know. Yes, I will be around. I hope you get to relax while you're home. I'll make sure not to bother you too much.
What? No! I'm the outsider now, invading into your space. I'm the one who might bother you.
You are always welcome here, Morgan. Safe travels, and see you soon.
Yes. Oh, wait, is there anything you want from New York? Do you like sweets? I'm thinking about buying excellent cookies from a local pastry shop.
You should ask your mother what she prefers, really. I leave it up to her. Talk soon.
Okay.
Well, we all know she's not the cheerful type. But she should be a bit more polite to you, don't you think?
She's just cool, I guess.
I wish she was a bit more social. I don't want people to think I live with a depressed daughter-in-law.
Mom, she's just shy.
You have always been so accepting of people with different personalities. How does it not bother you?
Mom, how does it bother you so much? And you were way too worried of what other people think. Anyway, I'll let you know when I book my flight. Bye. Hi, Crystal. Where are you? Dinner should be arriving in a few minutes, so please be on your way back soon.
Thank you. I'm on my way, but please start without me.
It's okay. We can wait. Let's eat together.
I'm actually a bit far out. It'll take me a while to get back, so please, go ahead and start.
Far? But I saw you earlier. Weren't you by the lake?
Huh? You were watching?
Yeah, I passed by the lake on my way back from the market. That's when I saw you.
I see.
I couldn't stop because of traffic. What were you doing? It looked like you were picking some flowers or something. Were you collecting them for the dining table?
No, I was picking berries. I was going to have them for dinner tonight.
Huh? You want to eat berries for dinner? We have ordered sushi for everyone, remember? It'll be here in a minute.
That's for you all to eat. Mine is not included.
What? I don't understand.
My portion was not ordered, so you can begin without me.
You're joking, right? Why would we not order your portion? Do you not like sushi?
I do. That's not why.
Why then?
This is how it works. I'm not allowed to eat the same thing.
Excuse me? I'm confused. What are you talking about? Is something going on between you and my parents?
It's your mother.
What is it? You can tell me.
I'm not sure if you want to hear. I don't want you to think I'm talking behind their backs.
I would never think that. You can tell me what is going on. I won't tell anyone. So please tell me.
Dana hates me. I'm segregated in the house. Your father and brother are on her side, so they won't help.
What? Are you saying my mom is bullying you? And my dad and Denny are letting her do that?
Yes, that's about right. Your father and Denny pretends not to see what Dana is doing. I know they do, though.
No, that can't be. Are you always eating berries?
I'm not given any food, so I have to somehow feed myself. I'm also not given any money.
What?
I'm not allowed to spend a penny for myself. I'm not allowed to touch the credit card either. And I don't know where they keep the other bank cards, so I pick berries to eat.
They do that to you? My family? How could they treat you like that? I am so ashamed.
I'm forced to do all the chores, too. I have to cook for everyone, although I am not allowed to eat it myself. Honestly, I hate it.
I don't blame you. How did this happen?
I have no idea. But it started when we moved into your house. Your mother started to complain about me, and I was eating berries before I knew.
Oh my gosh. But Crystal, I don't get it. Why didn't you just run away? Why are you staying here?
I wanted to, but I couldn't. I don't have any relatives of my own. And I don't have access to money. Anyway, that's the story. You don't have to worry about me. You go on and enjoy your time with your family.
What the hell are you talking about? I can't let this go on any longer. What my mom is doing to you is outrageous. I am so sorry this has happened to you, Crystal.
You haven't done anything. Really, don't worry about me. It was my fault I didn't try hard enough to get along with your mother, and it's my problem that I don't have anyone to turn to. Everything is my fault.
That is not true, Crystal. I'll tell my mom to stop what she's doing to you.
Please don't. It won't change anything.
We have to do something.
Your mother won't listen anyway.
Yes, but I can't pretend like I don't know what's happening to you.
Morgan, you're going back to New York soon. I'm horrified that things will get worse once you're gone.
I'm not going to let that happen. We have to get you out of this. I'll think of how to deal with this. We hired a lawyer once we arrived in New York. Crystal's self-esteem was so low that she wasn't sure if she could fight my family, but I made sure she had my support. Crystal was able to divorce Denny and win a significant amount of consolation money from him. She also sued my mother for emotional abuse, which she, of course, won as well. There were plenty of grounds which she could sue them for, including physical abuse, for which I felt even more horrible that I had not found out sooner. My parents must have been so afraid their reputation in the community would be ruined that they paid every money Crystal had won immediately and swore they'd never come after her or me. I later heard from one of my high school classmates that my mother has spread a different story to her friends. Her story was that Crystal had stolen their money and fled to New York. But of course, I already knew she would do something like that. So I made sure everybody knew the truth by spreading the real story beforehand. Little did she know, even though I hadn't seen my local friends, we have very strong ties and have always kept in touch. They rather enjoyed playing a part in my retribution, that the real story had reached most of the community before my family had realized. Denny goes into work hiding his face since the rumor had reached the neighboring county where his school is. I hope they really did learn their lesson. Crystal and I have become very close since and now share an apartment in New York. Crystal began working and has slowly gotten herself back. I only wish she finds peace and happiness, despite what my family put her through in the past. We hired a lawyer once we arrived in New York. Crystal's self-esteem was so low that she wasn't sure if she could fight my family, but I made sure she had my support. Crystal was able to divorce Denny and win a significant amount of consolation money from him. She also sued my mother for emotional abuse, which she, of course, won as well. There were plenty of grounds which she could sue them for, including physical abuse, for which I felt even more horrible that I had not found out sooner. My parents must have been so afraid their reputation in the community would be ruined that they paid every money Crystal had won immediately and swore they'd never come after her or me. I later heard from one of my high school classmates that my mother has spread a different story to her friends. Her story was that Crystal had stolen their money and fled to New York. But of course, I already knew she would do something like that. So I made sure everybody knew the truth by spreading the real story beforehand. Little did she know, even though I hadn't seen my local friends, we have very strong ties and have always kept in touch. They rather enjoyed playing a part in my retribution, that the real story had reached most of the community before my family had realized. Denny goes into work hiding his face since the rumor had reached the neighboring county where his school is. I hope they really did learn their lesson. Crystal and I have become very close since and now share an apartment in New York. Crystal began working and has slowly gotten herself back. I only wish she finds peace and happiness, despite what my family put her through in the past.
Hey, Aiden, are you in today?
Hey Vicky, yeah, I'm just about to head into the restaurant to start the food prep. Was there something you wanted?
Actually, yeah, there was. I was thinking that we should really try and spice the menu up a little bit, try and bring in some new customers and keep the regulars we have. I think our current menu is just a bit bland and boring at the minute.
Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Although, actually, I've been thinking of adding a couple new items to the menu. There are a few things that I've been wanting to try out for quite a while now. Like, what do you think of maybe a vegetarian chicken style option?
Vegetarian? Seriously? We want proper food, not some fake stuff that no one's going to even buy. I mean, that's just going to be a complete waste of money if we add that to the menu.
Well, not really. There are a lot of vegetarians in the world, and it's only becoming more common. By putting a couple of vegetarian options on our menu, we'll open ourselves up to a whole new clientele base, bringing in quite a lot of money.
It's a stupid gimmick that people are only following whilst they think it's cool. It'll blow over soon enough, and I don't want to be stuck with a bunch of useless fake meat produce that will simply go out of date and cost us a load of money that we don't see anything back from.
I really don't think that'll happen.
Look, I'm the boss here, and what I say goes. I don't want any stupid vegetarian things popping up on my menu. Understand?
Yeah, okay. I get it. Sorry.
Good. Now, in regards to the new menu items, Leon actually had a few suggestions that I think sound very good.
Oh, are you sure about letting him choose the menu like that?
What do you mean by that? Don't you think my son is capable of knowing what tastes good?
It's not that, it's just, I spent years training at culinary schools to become a good chef, and in doing so, I've developed a more refined palate and knowledge of what foods go well together and how they'll taste. Leon doesn't really have that. I mean, he eats toast covered in just sugar. That's not really a great combination, especially for a restaurant.
Listen, you might have been working for my restaurant for the last few years, but that doesn't give you the right to try and do things however you want. If I say that my son's menu ideas are good, then I expect you to agree with me and find a way to incorporate them into our menu, okay? Sure, there might be a few things that you need to refine, but I don't want you messing with the core recipe.
You do know it's my job as head chef to cook good food, right?
Your job as head chef is to cook the food that I tell you, nothing else.
Okay, fine. What are the recipes?
Okay, so one of them is called a garbage plate.
A what?
Well, it's basically just a bunch of food stacked all together on one plate, like macaroni and cheese, sushi, maple fried bacon, fried chicken, and a steak. Something like that.
That sounds disgusting. Not to mention that no one will want to order all that food. It's way too much for someone to eat on their own.
Well, Leon thinks it will be a big seller, so we're going to do it.
Fine. Anything else?
Yeah, Spam sushi. Leon thinks that will go down well too.
Uh-huh. Of course he does.
And a dessert he thought of was pistachio and jalapeno ice cream on top of white chocolate melted cookie.
Sounds... yeah.
Just make sure you prep it. I want to come and give it a try later.
Whatever you say, boss.
Okay, what on earth was that, Aiden?
What was what?
All of that food you had me eat? What were you thinking? It tasted disgusting.
Hang on, that was everything you asked me to prepare for you. I followed Leon's instructions to the letter, and that was the result. I tried to warn you that it would be revolting, but you were adamant that I make it. You can't blame me for the disaster that it was.
No way it was Leon's fault. When he made me the same dishes at home, they tasted much better. You must have gotten the recipes wrong. And you call yourself a top-rated chef.
I am a very good chef, thank you very much. I've managed your restaurant going on 8 years now, and all of the customers that I've cooked for have loved my food. There's hardly been a complaint the entire time that I've been here.
You're probably just hiding all of the complaints from me so that you look better than you actually are.
No, I'm really not. Just like I'm not gonna make Leon's questionable dishes and put them on the menu. There's just no way this is gonna be well received by customers. If anything, it'll just make your restaurant look amateur and drive away anyone who might have wanted to eat here.
What would you know of running a restaurant? All you do is stand in the back and put some chicken on a grill. It's really not that hard. I bet Leon could do it easily. You just make a fuss over nothing to try and make it seem like you are doing more than you actually are. It's pathetic.
Oh wow, is that what you really think? And my job is so simple that even your fool of a son could do it. Have you even met Leon? He's a lazy brat who doesn't care about anything but what he wants.
Don't talk about my son like that. He's just as talented as you, if not more so. In fact, you're fired.
What?
You heard me. Frankly, your cooking skills aren't all that great, and in all honesty, I think my son would be a much better chef than you. He is innovative, adventurous, and knows what tastes good. Unlike you, who's just content to churn out the same boring food as every other restaurant about. I want food that is new and exciting. You can't deliver that, and your attitude is rubbish too. So I think it's best that you leave.
Very well, if that's what you want. But I've got to let you know that if you let me go now, then I won't be coming back. No matter what.
Yeah, that's kind of the point when you get fired. I don't want you to come back.
Do you really think that Leon's gonna be able to handle the kitchen and all of the responsibilities that come with it? All the preparations, dealing with the staff, and the pressure of making hundreds of meals a night?
He'll be just fine. I mean, you did it, so how hard can it be?
Alright, well, I did try to warn you.
Whatever. Just don't bother showing up tonight.
I wasn't planning to.
Aiden, how could you do this to me?
Vicky? How come you're messaging me?
Don't try and act all innocent. I know what you've done.
I honestly have no clue what you're on about. I've not done anything.
Oh, so this article trashing my restaurant isn't your doing at all? Neither are all of the bad reviews that have oh so conveniently flooded my restaurant's business pages only days after you left.
No, none of that has anything to do with me.
I find that difficult to believe. You're just trying to get back at me for firing you. But to make up a fake food review under a false name, that is just going too far. I mean, I could sue you for slander. In fact, I might just do that.
Food review?
Yeah, your review under the name Chris Biggins? What a stupid fake name as well. What, you couldn't come up with a better one?
Vicky, Chris Biggins is a real food critic. He does anonymous drop-ins to restaurants and reviews them without them knowing. That way he can gauge how good the restaurant and its food are without the owners knowing and putting on a fake display.
What?
Yeah, he's also known for being brutally honest in his reviews. If he likes your food, he'll say so, and if it's rubbish, he'll also let you know that too. He's known for being reliable in his evaluations, so a lot of people trust his reviews.
But then, if he's a real person, why did he give my restaurant such a poor review?
What did he say?
Well, he said that the waitstaff were all rude, and that the styling of the restaurant was weird and unwelcoming, which I don't get because Leon said it was chic and modern and that everyone would love the new style. But the worst thing was that the critics said the food was inedible. He claimed that after just one bite, he felt like he was going to throw up. Since then, there have been fewer and fewer customers coming to the restaurant. Even before the critic, I started getting complaints, asking where the old chef had gone and why. Everything's going downhill.
I did try to warn you, Leon's food wasn't innovative, it was just weird and disgusting. No one wants to eat stuff like that, especially if you're paying for it.
You've got to help me. I need you to come back. Like, today. Plus, I need you to do a complete new menu, because Leon's messed up my old one and created a new one of things he likes. Preferably, I need you to do that today as well, so that we can start to draw customers back in. I'll expect you at the restaurant around 2 so that you can prep and get things ready.
Whoa, I'm not coming back, Vicky.
What? But you have to. I'm your boss.
Actually, you stopped being my boss the moment you fired me.
It doesn't work like that. Even if I fired you for the time being, you're still expected to show up when I need you to do something.
No, actually, it doesn't work like that. I told you that if you fired me, then I wouldn't be coming back.
But why not?
Did you honestly think that other places wouldn't hire me? I'm an exceptional chef and lots of people recognize that. I had had so many offers to come and work for other people, but I turned them all down because I was working for you at the time and wanted to help you out, as I saw you were struggling. But after you acted so vile towards me, I saw no reason to stick around. I'm now working at a Michelin star restaurant where my food and my abilities are actually appreciated.
But I need a chef.
Well, that's your problem now, not mine. Why not get Leon to do it? Surely it's not that difficult a job, right?
But you know what you're doing and everything. It's too much for Leon. He doesn't take it seriously. Half of the time, he doesn't even show up.
Sorry, but I'm not going back to work somewhere where I'm treated horribly and degraded for my skills. I'm happy where I am and get treated with the respect I deserve. Good luck with your restaurant. However, I would appreciate it if you didn't contact me again. Thank you, and goodbye, Vicky.
Wait, Aiden.
After that, I didn't hear from Vicky again. The last I heard, her restaurant went out of business as she couldn't find anyone willing to become her new head chef, especially after the Food Critics review came out. As for me, I continued working at the Michelin-starred restaurant until I'd saved up enough money to open up my own restaurant, which had always been my dream. I was treated with respect and my ideas were always taken seriously. It just goes to show that in order to keep your employees, you need to treat them right. After all, they're the ones who keep a business running at the end of the day, and without them, nothing can be done.